Welcome back, me Streaky again in the studio. So today, these are from Avantone, the Gauss 7s. Now the Gauss is a old speaker brand. You know this company, Avantone, for making the small sort of speakers, and they also make a copy of the NS10s. These are kind of NS10y as well, aren't they? I'll set them up, I'll talk through my setup, and that way you can learn exactly how to set speakers up. Okay, let's go. So for this, you're going to need some pretty sturdy stands. These are pretty heavy. They're full of silver sand, not normal sand, obviously, silver sand. And that means they get nice and heavy. They've got some spikes on the bottom because there's carpet, so that keeps them sturdy. And then we obviously need some of these little pucks. If you know my videos, you will see that I use these pucks on everything. So they face forward so that they move with the speaker. So speakers in place, one either side of the desk there. And I've got the pucks here. I don't give two pucks what you say. You need to have your speakers in a triangle. I'm available for weddings, bar mitzvahs and any kind of social event if you need me. So what you want to do is take a tape measure. You need to measure from your sweet spot. Now these are quite high up, so what you want to do, you're kind of positioning your head so that you're in between the cone and the tweeter right here. So what we want to do, we're going from there to there, and that is about 140 to my sweet spot there. So I want that to be 140 as well, and it's not. 130 for cash will be fine. So that's it for that. So we've got that in a triangle. 130, 130, 130, equilateral triangle if you went to a maths lesson ever, which I didn't. So now we've got the speakers here. Now the way to position the speakers so that they are in the right place when you're in your sweet spot. So my sweet spot is here. So I'm roughly in the right area. Now what you want to do is look at the speakers and you want to see that you can't see either side. So as I'm sitting here, I can't see the left side, I can't see the right. So they are turned in exactly correctly to where my head is. So basically what I'm doing is, I've got the tweeters so they are pointing directly at my head. I can't see either side of the thing. I've got them all set up, they're nicely on these pucks. This is all there. I'm ready to go. I've just got to plug them in and then we can have a listen. Right, so I want two cables equal length, which these two are. I've got left and right. These are nice super posh cables, that's what we're after. Let's go. So on the back of these speakers, they have a few little bits and pieces. They're rear ported, so I wouldn't put them too close to a wall, but they do have this thing called acoustic placement. It says here it's just doing a cut, you know, like dropping the low end a little bit. So now we've set the speakers up, don't forget to smash the like button if you like this kind of thing and you've learned something so far from the video. Now let's get listening. If the past is gone, we're doing it wrong. So how do they sound? Can't help but get your head around the fact that they kind of look exactly like NS10s and exactly then like their NS10 copy that they do. Looks like they're using the same mid-range cone as well. So that kind of automatically makes your brain think, okay, well these are NS10s. But then they've got a ribbon tweeter, AMT tweeter, whatever they want to call them these days. Call it ribbon if it looks kind of standard. But how do they sound? They sound really good actually. They're very sort of, there's no really low end. There's not going to be. They're two-way speakers. You can't expect that anyway. But I can hear quite low down, like I can hear sort of down the bass guitar, things like that, the basses. So I can hear what's going on. I can't hear proper like dance music sub. But really they're for near field monitors, they're for monitoring sort of what's going on in the mids, perfect for doing sort of mixing where you're just really concerned what's going on, how's it going to sound when it's out, how's it going to translate. If you're throwing loads of bass through them, they're probably going to fart like hell, so they probably wouldn't handle that. But they are really, really clear, and I'll tell you what I like the tweeter. The tweeter's really nice, it's a real sort of sharp sounding tweeter, and I've actually when I've played with the stuff on the back, I've actually wanted it where I've added more top, which is quite mental. They're about £1,000, which is probably about $1,200. So if you're looking for something near field, probably worth having a look. I'd probably get these over NS10s, or their copy of the NS10s, because I think the tweeter's better. So that's the Gauss 7 by Avantone reviewed. I hope you like that, and I hope along the way you learn a little bit about setting your speakers up correctly. Don't forget you need some pucks or similar. You make sure you're in the triangle, and that you've measured it, and then you're giving yourself the best possible chance of having a really good listening experience in your room.